What up, guys? Yeah, I'm in my bed. Sorry. What up, guys? Me, not so funny comedian. Yeah. And yeah, welcome to my review of um of um of the Broken Man. Yes, and what? Hello, Game of Thrones fans. Hello. Um, 35, 33 of you or something like that. But yeah. Hello Game of Thrones fans, hello, and welcome to my review of The Broken Man. Yes, yes, we had many returns in this episode, but directed by Michael Menton, written by Brian Cumman, and by Jess Parker, and yeah, we had many returns in this episode. Yes, we had a long return. I praised this episode as well. We had a long return um, of Sancho Cleanse, aka the Hound. Yes, of the dramatic between Owen Cherin. Yeah. Yes, we had the return of him, and yeah, we had the return of the Hound. I was so shocked when I watched the episode. I said, "Who's this? Who's this? Who's this person?" Coming into it, the Hound. Yay! Yeah, I was so shocked about this episode, and yeah, it was so a good of an episode, and really brilliant of this episode as well. I really, yeah, it was such a great episode. Yeah, I loved it. It was so good. So yeah, it was such a great episode. Loved it. Yeah, and Ian McShane guest stars in it as Brother Ray, and yeah, it was a great episode. It was amazing. It was so good. Yeah, it went back. It started with the Riverlands with um with Sage and Clench and Brother Ray, and then it went back and forth, and yeah, it was such a great 40 51 minute long episode. I really enjoyed it. It was so good, and I was great that the Hound came back, and I can't wait for episode. I can't wait for the next couple of episodes. I can't wait for the last 3 episodes, guys. I'm so excited. Literally, I'm like this. Yeah. Game of Thrones. Love it. Yeah. I'm loving it. No. But yeah, it was a great episode. It was so great, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I really did, guys. I really did. I really enjoyed it, and I loved. Yes, and we had a return from Blackfish as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we did. Oh yeah, we did. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, Blackfish as well. So yeah, here's the synopsis of the episode, The Broken Man. If you haven't seen the episode, this will include spoilers from the episode. So, in the north, Jon, Sansa, and Davos began searching for the allies to retake Winterfell from the Boltons. First, they searched the alliance of the Wildlings, who are still indebted to Snow for saving them at Hardhell home, and are aware the Boltons will wipe them out if they do nothing. They also managed to search the alliance of House Mountain when Davos warns young Lady Mountain, Mountain, who's played by Bella Ramsey, are of dangers of the White Walkers pose. However, they are unable to secure the alliance of House Glover with Lord Robert Glover, and point out how Robb failed to protect his home from Ironborn. In the end, Jon and Sansa are the only recruit small number of male houses. Only added a few hundred extra soldiers to their army, despite the heaven outnumbered. Jon is the adamant that they attack Winterfell as soon as possible before the bones rally for more forces, before they weather turns them. Sansa disagrees. Instead, an option to try to recruit more houses. When Jon refuses to change his mind, Sansa begins writing a letter to be sent by the Raven. Damn. In King's Landing, High Sparrow, since I hate High Sparrow, literally he's a dick. Still hate him. Tells Queen Marjorie that she needs to prove King Tommen with a hail, and then should try to convince her grandmother Olenn to the faith. Subject remarkable that Queen's safely couldn't be gradual in other ways. Marjorie meets with Olenn, who attempts to convince her to leave King's Landing and return to Highgarden. Marjorie refuses and states that, as the Queen, her place is supposed to be at King Tommen's side. Marjorie instead pleads for Owen to return to Highgarden, instead slipping her a piece of paper with a silk of House of Tyrell drawn onto it. Incident that she's still loyal to her family. Seeing that she couldn't change Marion's mind, Owen Lachlan agrees. Sansa then confronts Allura and tries to convince her to stay at the Sparrows. Owen points out that they already lost and blames the Sparrows' rise to power on the Sansa's lack of foresight. Despite having no allies in King's Landing, Sansa decides to stay and fight. In Favlos, Theo and Yara take the Iron Fleet to Vlados on surprise. Yara tries to encourage Theo to regain his former identity and convince she will need his assistance to retake Iron Lions from Euron. She reveals that Theon that she plans to take the Iron Fleet to Meera and forgive for the alliance with Daenerys before Aaron can. In Bravos, this was so shocking. Literally, when I watched this bit, it's oh okay. I was going back, and then the Wrath, who's played by Faye Masha, has stabbed Arya literally a couple times, 3 times I think it was, or 4. But yeah, and yeah, she is bleeding now. So yeah. So in Bravos, Arya seduces Passion back to Westeros by borrowing a Westeros trader. However, she's attacked and repeatedly stabbed in the stomach by the Wrath, and only Beren escapes. She's left stumbling through the streets of Bravos, essentially wounded. Yes. Damn. In Riverlands, this is the end. That's the end of the episode. Well, nearly the end of the episode. Jaime and Bran lead to Lannister army to Riverrun, where Lothar Frey and Roland Rivers attempt to convince Blackfish into selling the castle, threatening to escort Edmund Targaryen. Blackfish calls their bluff, refuses to surrender. Discussed with the Freys in completion, Jaime takes the change of the sides, orders Emton to bath and fed, and attempts to burn with the Blackfish, warning him that the Lannisters will show no mercy to be the Tyrells if they do not surrender the castle. Blackfish is not intimidated by Jaime's threats and dares him to try and sense the castle, as they have 2 years worth of prisoners stockpiled. Sharon Sandon Clarence, otherwise known as the Hound, is revealed to be survived his wounds and is now living among a small band of villagers. The leader, warrior turned into Septon named Ray, talks with Sandon and recounts how he found Sandon of the verge of death and nursed him back to health. However, Sandon still feels guilt over his past sins, feeling he has not been punished for them. At the gathering, a trio of men from the Brotherhood without banners arrives and attempts to extort the villagers. Upon finding out they are not have no worthwhile prison, they leave. Sandon warns Ray the Brotherhood will return. After he goes out to the forest to gather some wood, he returns to the villagers and to find the villagers slaughtered and Ray hanged. Angered, Sandon picks up an axe and marches off. Yes, but yeah, Hound will get revenge. Is Arya going to survive? Yes, we have to find out in the next episode, so the next episode is called No One. So yeah, Game of Thrones continues next Sunday on Hey Bro on at 9 o'clock on Hey Bro, and then continues next Monday on Sky Atlantic at 9 p.m. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, guys. The verdict of the Broken Man, I'm gonna give it 9.4. Not yeah, 9.2 out 9.4 out of 10 because it was brilliant, fantastic, and amazing at the same time. So please like, share, subscribe for more. Please like, subscribe, share for more awesome and comment, and for more awesome content with me. I've been Not So Funny Comedian, and see you tomorrow for my episode review of Scream. Bye guys, hope you enjoy review, and see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Please subscribe to my channel.